going on, everyone? Twister Don, Jiu-Jitsu Boy 98 here. This time with a Warframe video. It's a little game called Warframe. It's on the PS4. It's on the Xbox One. It's on the PC. It's a little game I've been playing while waiting for Bloodborne to come out. It's actually pretty fun. I'm not big into shooters and stuff like that. Definitely not big into first-person shooters, but this game is in third person. Plus, it has a high emphasis on melee combat as well as long-range combat. But since it has melee combat, that's really what has got me into it. And in this video, I'll tell you a little bit about the Warframe I'm using and a little bit about the game, if you're interested in that. So, the game's free to play. You can download it off of your, in this case I'm playing on PS4. You can download it on PS4 for free. And in the game itself, you can make transactions to purchase stuff. It's not necessary. You can get everything in the game by just playing it, and it's not as difficult as you would think. It's just you have to farm certain stuff to get certain stuff, which is no different than any other game. So it's a game that's based on having a Warframe, which is kind of like a class would be if you was to play a traditional RPG. Each Warframe does different stuff, has different abilities, has a different play style. So it's kind of like a class system. And then you have long-range weapons, secondary weapons, and melee weapons. The Warframe I'm using in this video is a Warframe called Rhino, and he is a defensive tank type of Warframe. And I'm using a pair of swords called Ether Swords. So the Rhino has defensive abilities, like for example I'm using Iron Skin right now, and Iron Skin kind of protects you from damage. Actually, it protects you from all damage until the Iron Skin's, I guess, hit point meter is depleted, and then you have to cast it again if you want to use it again, which is really good early on. And like in this mission, I'm on the planet Saturn in a defense mission, which is kind of low level, I guess. But these type of missions, your goal is to defend the power core, which is that big glowing thing. So enemies come out of different areas in waves, and once they deplete the total hit points of the power core, the mission is over. And you can go as long as you want to. And these missions are really good for teaming up with your friends and leveling up your gear, leveling up your Warframe, and finding loot and different stuff like that. So I play a lot of these missions to level up my equipment. They're really fun. I like to try to get the most kills in these missions. You can go, like I said, you can go as far as you want to. Each I guess wave complete screen will come up after you've defeated 5 waves, so it kind of goes like 5, 10, 15, 20. And after each set, you get a reward based on how long you survive. So, and talking a little bit about Rhino, this Warframe I'm using here, I'm using the dual Ether Sword, so if you can tell, the combat's kind of really fast-paced. So, I'm using a technique with Ether Swords. If you look, you see me sliding and doing the spin attack, which has a lot of damage. But the primary reason I'm doing it is not only for the damage, is just it slides you across the map rather quickly, so I can cover a lot of ground by doing that. Which is good for me because my main strategy in these maps is to, number one, I usually like to kill all the enemies out of a certain spawn point, especially if you're with 3 other players. Each player like I have its corner trying to guard a spawn point, and then after that I use the slide attack to get back up to the power core and to finish off any stragglers, and kind of circle around the power core, going for trying to help anybody that's having trouble with their certain area. And another one of the techniques Rhino has is a technique I'm using right there, Rhino Stomp, which shoots enemies up in the air and stuns them and allows you to kill them. In low level missions, man, it does enough damage, it can just, the actual technique Rhino Stomp itself will kill the enemies. You don't even need to use the stun on it because they're already dead. But anyways, a little more about this game. It's got PvP in it. I've never done PvP in the game. I haven't even beaten the game. You go through a set of you go through, I guess, different missions in space where you have different planets and moons you go on to, and you have, like, in this case, this is a defense mission. You have like exterminate missions. You have assassination missions. You have all kinds of different missions, and you can team up with other people and other players and play. So it's really good about that. It's really good about co-op. And you have different, like, they're always releasing new updates and stuff. And some of the missions you have, or in some of the planets, you have like these things called relays, which is a lot of people get together there, and there's different things called I think like alliances, which I'm not really sure exactly what all that stuff does. I know you can join different alliances and you can be invaded or something by opposing alliances in certain missions. And then you have a clan system. You have like a clan dojo. You have different stuff you can do with clans. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting game. I never gave it a chance at first, but once I started playing it, I really got into it. Actually, mostly what I do on it is I just level up my stuff here lately. I haven't even really made much progress in the story, I think, which I plan on doing that. The game's pretty challenging for me, at least. I guess because I just don't understand some of the stuff still. But it's been pretty fun, so if you're interested in a game like this, maybe to hold you over until something comes out this year, you don't want to drop a lot of money on anything, I would recommend checking this game out. It definitely looks a lot better than Destiny, in my opinion. I know a lot of people play that game. But yeah, I would recommend it. And here is where I extract, which I get out of the mission. And you can check after each mission to see how well you did. And like I said, in most cases, I try to go for the most kills, try to be the most efficient on the battle map. So there, it looked like I finished second place for damage dealt, which was a surprise to me. But that's all this video. Be sure to check out this game if you're interested. And until next time, Twister Don is out. Thanks for watching.